Hi City Church, I'm Tracy Woodfin and I'm excited to introduce another episode of Sharing the Work, our series highlighting the people and organizations with whom we share the work of spreading the gospel in Richmond and beyond. Today we get to hear from Alana Smith of Imago Dei Neighborhood School. City Church has been partnering with Imago Dei since August 2021, and we're honored to support their work of holistic Christian education to families of all ethnicities and income levels in Richmond's North Side. This fall, Imago Dei will begin its second year of operation, and it's growing by leaps and bounds. As you'll hear, there are so many ways we, as a church and individuals, can support the staff and families at Imago Dei as they engage in this good work to create a diverse community of learners growing together in faith, wisdom, courage, and compassion. Now let's hear from Alana. Stay well and do good, City Church.
That they may all be one, just as you, Father, are in me and I in you, that they also may be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. The glory that you have given me, I have given to them, that they may be one, even as we are one. I and them and you and me, that they may become perfectly one, so that the world may know that you sent me and love them even as you loved me. Our vision for Imago Dei is to create a community of learners growing together in faith, wisdom, courage, and compassion. When we say diverse, we mean we are intentionally about creating a space that welcomes all people from all ethnicities, all walks of life, all income levels, really focusing in the North Side, but not exclusively. So we are really about not only a school, but also creating a village, a community too. That mission really is to create vibrant, rigorous, and holistic education, catering toward folks in the North Side and families in the North Side. What we mean by holistic, we are about educating the whole child. We believe children are whole people. They don't need a lot of things to learn. They're natural learners. What our school does is say, hey, there's the academic piece, but there's also heart and soul and spirit and mind. And all these things have to be educated if we want to have fully rounded people at the end of the education journey. So I serve as the admissions director or admissions and community liaison, and what that means is I really just meet with families. I am meeting with them, I'm telling them more about the school, I'm giving them tours, walking them through the admissions process, and then really helping them kind of see the options of what education at Imago Dei might look like. So I spend a lot of time with families at the admissions table. Really beautiful moments, I think, happen at that table. Really helping them go through the process and what it looks like, helping them feel comfortable with the decisions they're making educationally, and empowering parents. I feel like sometimes schools can be intimidating sometimes to walk into this kind of realm, and so really empowering parents to make the decisions that they feel is best for their family. So, oh my gosh, that's such a good question. Sharing the news of God's grace with people. I think at my admissions table, when I first took this job, I thought, hey, I always start with a question. What's the question we're answering? And the question for me was, who's invited to the table? Who gets to sit here? Who gets to come in here and get access and opportunity to this school? And it really was beautiful. My first admissions meeting, it was a humbling and beautiful experience. I had a mom come. She's a widowed mom, taking care of her elderly family, all in one home, with a young son who was on the quieter side, and had been kind of swallowed up by online school machine that was that season, the whole online school learning environment. And she's also trying to better herself. She's going to school at night and juggling so many things. And just to hear her story at the table, for her to share and say, I never thought that this sort of education would be available to me. It was something my parents wanted for me, and they couldn't give that to me because of various things. But now look what I can do for their grandson. This could actually be possible for me. And tears were shed, and I was crying, and she was crying, and we were both crying together. But it really, dreams were shared at that table that day, and it really humbled me, really to say, hey, God has a plan for your family, and this school can be but a part of what God's plan is for you. And we'd love to come alongside you and support you in that. And so, I was reminded of my own mom sitting there when I was watching her, like, hey, this woman is just like my own mom who wanted to give the world to me, but worked so hard and just was kept out for various reasons, systemic reasons, for big reasons. And so I think it was a really beautiful thing. And now they enrolled. Her son is thriving. He's surpassed all of the expectations for his grade level. He's happy. He's making friends. And it is, being able to walk down the hall and know the stories of each individual child that are sitting in a seat is probably the most beautiful thing, a part of my job. I think every day I go home and I'm like, thank you, Lord, for what a blessing this can be for families. And a village was created, and that's something I didn't expect. Was that a school is also the village. It's also the support system. It's also parents supporting parents, moms and dads coming alongside each other and going, this is hard, but God is with us, and we are with each other. So it was beautiful. So our tuition is unique for a Christian private school in that our tuition is income-based. And so what we do is we ask families to really give us, hey, what is your expected income for the year? And we put that into a type of calculation that gives us a percentage of what a family could pay. And then we just bring them to the table and we have a conversation about what might be best. About a little under 30% of our budget comes from tuition. The rest comes from philanthropic giving and grants. And so every family gives something and every family receives support. And so that way it really does even the playing field for everyone coming in. It's like, even if you could be on the bottom of that scale, you're still giving something and you're still getting support. You could be on the top of that scale, you're still giving something and you're still receiving support. So it's really a kind of a beautiful way to go, hey, no matter where your background was that you just came in here with, the baggage sometimes that can come with education and money, especially when we're asking for tuition. It's the first question that you can tell every family gets a bit nervous about. But yeah, it's worked out really beautifully in the community too. And we have like a small army of donors that are just, giving their treasure to really say, hey, God, do what you will with this, what I have. And it's multiplied beyond our wildest dreams, let me tell you. Partnership for us looks like people giving of their time and their treasure. There's sometimes a little more, when we're doing things like renovating our space, we're asking for volunteers to come for that process. That's going to be in the summer. So over the summer, we're really expanding our space, and so that's an opportunity for partnership. Some of our partners they come in, they help with art class or Spanish class, or they come in, they're mystery readers. Our kids' favorite thing is a mystery reader. They're coming to help with extra literacy time. We have, because, coming off of a COVID season and a season where kids came in with various gaps in various places, we've had to really say, how does curriculum going to serve a wide range of kids at a wide range of levels? And so volunteers have really been instrumental in making sure we can provide for different levels in the same space. So a lot of our volunteers do that. Our volunteers get messy, and we love our volunteers. And so, it's important to us to partner with organizations that are already doing this work, but also organizations that can really get behind this mission and help us push it forward. We know we're not alone in this, and so it's important for us to have folks who say, hey, I see what you're doing, we see what you're doing, we love what you're doing, and we want to be a part of it. What can we do to help? So there's a lot of things. We have our garden that's fast growing outside on our little property that folks have come and volunteered for to help with. So there's a lot of opportunity to come and partner, and an opportunity to partner, like I said before, with larger organizations that are already doing this work. Things like, transporting kids from point A to point B. Hey, you have a van and we have kids that are in need of a van. How can we partner, right? So that's really been our way to go this year for sure. Getting involved looks like, really, especially in this time where we're expanding so quickly, it really looks like financial giving. That is always a help in that we're looking to purchase and expand more desks and tables and chairs. The most adorable chairs you've ever seen. They're so small and so sweet, but we're needing furniture. We're really expanding in the church's space. So our footprint will be a bit bigger next year, and so we're blocking off more classrooms. We're so partnering in that way we have so many things that could be undergirded and supported with financial giving, but also, like I said, volunteering. Even if it's an hour or two a week, a lot of our kids need that consistency of someone that comes every week and says, hey, I'm here on Fridays from 10 to 1, and then we're going to do these things. That consistency is really important for our group of students. And so that's also another way you can help, by being there, by being present. And then the third is prayer. We always need it. There are things that we were hoping and believing God for, so to come alongside us in that would be beautiful. Really the main thing for us right now is we are looking forward to what happens at the end of next school year, when we are bursting out of the seams of the space we're in. So we're really looking for our new home and what that looks like. So you can pray with us for it. We have to start that search now, just because working with the city of Richmond means we had to get things in early and get approvals for whatever improvements need to be made to spaces that you're using, especially to get things up to code. So that would be a big prayer request. And then just overall our school community, just that we continue to be together, and continue to share with one another and grow together. That's really what it's all about.